Sairam, loving Sairams to love you. It was in 1990. See, till then, I really enjoyed Swami, as I was telling in the morning, all the interactions, how Swami was with us. In 1990, January 3rd, it's on January 2nd, I got a phone call from home saying that my third sister is unwell. They didn't even explain what exactly the problem. So she delivered a baby boy and got into some kind of depression, which really I didn't know because I was in a hostel. Only my eldest brother, who was the head of the family that time because I lost my dad. So he told me the doctors are asking her to go for antidepressant therapy. Could you please tell Swami and take his guidance? I thought I'll just go to Swami and ask for prasadam to send home. That was a clear thing. I took the permission from warden because for morning version I went. I sat in the morning version. Swami came. Swami said, why are you here? You're supposed to be in the hostel. Then Swami, I told her, sister is not well. Then Swami said, could you sit down? And Swami went for, the darshan. And when he was going for darshan, I was thinking, I should somehow get this vibhuti and send her. That's a tear in me. Then when Swami came back to portico, I said, Swami, please take care of my sister. Then Swami looked at me, then gave some kind of attention. That was enough for me to just go and grab his hand. Those were the very wonderful days we had. I held Swami's hand and said, Swami, please, you save my sister. Then he said, come inside. So he took me to the interview. In the same interview room, I have gone many times, but it's a different kind of feeling. So I sat along with other devotees. Swami was talking to other devotees, materializing, all that. He was blessing them. Then I was thinking, will he give me vibhuti? Will I send it to home? The clear, one single-minded. Then maybe Swami was observing that. Swami said, hey, come on. So he took me alone to the personal interview room. Then Swami gave so much attention, I could not bear because I started crying. Then as I was kneeling down next to him, he sat on the couch. He took my head, puts on his lap, and he pats on me saying that, why do you worry am I not there? I couldn't bear that love. In the sense, it's so much of love. I could see my tears on his robe. Then Swami said, it's okay, leave it. And Swami said, go home tomorrow, bring your sister and mother. I will cure her. He's the only doctor who can say I'll cure. All other doctors treat, isn't it? So then Swami asked me to stay. He goes inside, gets a bunch of 100 rupee notes, puts it to my pocket. See how much is 100%. He's thinking about that. This kid has to go home. He need to search for money, isn't it? So he's giving money and asking to bring the mom and my sister. See, that perfect is when he's doing. Then he said, go now and bring her. Then I brought them next morning. Long story short, Swami got us in. We are all sitting. That is the day I saw really what is Sathya Sai Avatar is. Basically, we heard a lot of things unless you go through the experience. He closed the door. He was walking all the way to the, his chair in that beautiful little room. My sister was sitting in the middle. He goes and stands in front of her. He asked her, what happened to you? That she was just looking look at Swami with the folded hands. Then immediately Swami waved his hand and materialized a beautiful lingam. Gave it to her and asked her to take 7 days abhishek. Abhishek water, you know. He gave that. See, first the thing is given. He said, you take this and you'll be all right in 7 days. So he went and sat on the chair. Seeing that, my mother fell on his feet and said, Swami, you are our God. Then immediately he told her, don't worry, am I not there? Why do you worry? So that is the day I understood what is Divine Mother is, because Divine Mother is a mother for all, who can take care of all mothers, because he was single. My mother was almost like a child to him. Then he looked at into her eyes and said, you have a cataract developing, so we should go for a surgery maybe 6 months from now. Then he called my brother, said, after your father's death, took care of the family. I know that he materialized, this vibhuti, Akshay Patra vibhuti, and gave it to him. He was so happy, he was crying. Then he told my brother-in-law, he said, see, when you are not well, your wife takes care of you. It is your duty to take care of her now. See, you see what level Swami goes and does. He says, wife and husband, if they fight in front of children, the children becomes violent. All that. Then he said, when he was talking all that, suddenly out of blue, my sister says, Swami, please take care of Balu. That is me. I don't know why she. Then Swami said, I'll take care of him. I'll take care of him. You take care of the little kid for all these days you neglected. So that's what he said. He sent us up from the interview room after, giving vibhuti to everybody, because since I was holding the bag, he put into my pocket. 7 days, my sister became all right. Actually, see that 7th day, she took both children. After many months in our own, she took both children and went back to my brother-in-law. See, that changed my life. I could see the Swami who is playing and, talking to us every day is entirely different Swami in that one interview. A Swami who could take care of not only my sister, many people, isn't it? When we go through the experience, the faith sets in. Again, when the faith sets in, whatever happens becomes an experience. One experience I can tell you, very first, I was a seva, because when I landed in US, we used to go to Baltimore Center. They have this wonderful seva called Highland Avenue Seva. So every Saturday morning, we go and clean very, the neighborhood which is economically poor kind of. So we used to go there and clean up the roads, take out the trash. So when we went there, it was humbling for me. I went to US for cancer research. But, I used to think I'm a cancer researcher, a lot of, that kind of thing. But Swami gave first job as a cleaning job. So we used to clean the roads. But when I went there first day, those inmates thought we are government, sent people, paid people. And he was thinking that we are not cleaning well. So this man said, hey guys, you didn't clean there well. My anger was pouring in because, we are not paid kind of. So I didn't, Swami says, bear all, do nothing. Then hear all, say nothing. Give all, take nothing. Serve all, be nothing. Beautiful saying. So we didn't say anything. Later on, this man realized that we are coming on our own. We are a voluntary organization. And he came and he told us, you guys are angels. And he saluted us. So that salute is to Bhagavan, because that is the great effect of seva on you. Because seva, for amazing thing about seva is you don't need any talent. For singing, you need a talent. For teaching SSC, you need a talent. But for seva, you really don't need. You have to be there. You serve all, be nothing. So that really moved. That actually had a lot of effect on my going forward in the ordination. Another one beautiful. seva related. We went to one of the old age home, and we were, singing bhajans and making all these old people to, be with us, lift their hands. We went to an old age home. When we were singing and going around with all the, guitar, this kind of stuff, going around and singing, suddenly one old lady, she waved to me. I thought, why she's calling me? So I went to her. I said, can I talk to you? She said, please tell me. You look like my grandson, she said. I felt really, okay, maybe she's missing grandson. And no. She said, are you Italian? I don't know whether I look like an Italian. I said, what makes you to think like that? Then she said, you look like my grandson. I felt really, that's the time I kneeled down next to her. Then she asked me, can I touch you? She said. So she started touching my hand. Now you see that old lady is touching her hand. I was literally in tears because she's missing, that's the old age, and she must have, missing them. Then it was time I was getting over. Then she said, can you give me something? I said, please ask me. I can give you. Then she said, can I kiss you? That time I was very melted. In the sense, like she's really very loving. She's seeing grandson. Then she kissed on my forehead. Then she waved and went. They took her on the wheelchair to her. That incident really, really, even now, touches me so much. Seva is not you give. Giving can be in many ways. Lot of people are emotionally, lot of people are missing their own children. This world is like that. So you can give, but how you can give is you need to be there. So when you are there, the opportunity God creates. Many people are lacking. Some lack food, some lack education, some lack their own children, grandchildren. So seva gets these all people together. That happiness, shares from one place to other place. That's why I felt in seva we can do a lot more, and also it transforms us. Actually, I could not come out of that, See, even though I knew her only few minutes, I felt leaving that grandmother. I felt as if I'm leaving my grandmother and coming. So seva is that it gives the joy for both, giver and the accepting person. So that's why it says sarval, be nothing. It says actually. That's what I say. So I used to ask Swami for PhD. So I used to ask Swami, give me PhD. One day he said, Patni lo, husband ban jao, daughter aayegi, PhD. So Swami used to play with it. So and he walked away, everybody laughed, and this is the way Swami used to avoid. Then the second time when I asked Swami PhD, Swami, because I was asking for PhD so that I can stay a little more with him and enjoy Swami. Then he said, permanent head damage, PhD. Then he walks away. Then, another day when I asked Swami PhD, he said, patient, humble, devotee. So then he said, I used to sit down. Then finally in Vrindavan, actually it happened in Vrindavan. Then I asked Swami PhD. That Swami said, who will guide you? I just told Swami, if you say that, if you take me in, any professor can guide. I little forgot that Swami, you can guide me. And I forgot. But then I don't know that Swami materialized Vibhuti and gave it to me and said, Manchini, go out and do your PhD. So that means he set me. So within very few days, I was in Indian Institute of Science. I settled down on a project. That kind of thing happened. Then that led to one-to-one, and I got into research, actually. I like the research. My first experiment in the research became a US patent. That there was no looking back. Then that led to my work. The work led me to Johns Hopkins. So when you go to Johns Hopkins in USA, it's a top-notch university. You have to perform very well because based on your publication only, you can stay there. So I used to pray to Swami. Swami, somehow I need to survive this. So I normally just like all of us pray. I said, Swami, uh, um, if I get a publication before your birthday, that was 85th birthday of Swami, it will be great if I can get a publication before birthday. I just prayed, I left it to him. Then kept on working. We sent our publication, for review. It went for, it came for, again, you need to do this, that, and then we sent it again, but nothing heard. So in the meanwhile, in those days in USA, we had, this kind of thing. People, because they want to do Swami's birthday early, because 23rd is Swami's birthday. They do it in October end, and they leave to Parthi because go for the Swami's birthday in Parthi. So Swami's birthday is celebrated almost a little less than a month earlier. When they declared 85th birthday, that is in Baltimore, and this is in October, I was getting a thing saying that, Swami, now your birthday into October, will I get a publication for the October birthday or November 23rd? This mind is like that. Then I was telling Swami, I'm okay either way. I'm okay even if 23rd November, it's fine. As if it's like a business like. I left it. Then this was for the October birthday. It was celebrated on a Saturday. So this was the Friday-ish of that week. We're all working. In the Friday afternoon, I was still on my bench and I was working. My boss, my mentor, who was leaving Narvik on Friday. Usually they leave Friday. Thank God it's Friday, they said. And he was leaving around 2 o'clock. He took the bag and he went off. He said, I will take care of, but he went. After going, for a few minutes later, he returned because he forgot something. He went into his office. As he went into his office, he opened the computer. It looks. He calls me. He says, hey, your paper is in. Can you imagine? On a Friday evening, the next day was October birthday of Swami. We give deadlines to God, actually. See, it's good. Every devotee gives deadlines. Swami, I want so. But when you give deadlines, God gives lifelines, actually. That is Swami. Very sweetly, things happen. Even, even though it should have happened on November 23rd, it is still an experience for me. But he keeps his, word. He keeps, when you ask him with full heart, with full devotion, he gives. And sometimes he gives what you didn't ask also. That is the loving God we have. Sai. Every generation has their own experiences. See, we have heard in 40s, people used to go and play with Swami and go to Chitravati, Then Swami used to travel, Bangalore, Kuppam, Erode, different parts of India. So that's a different, if you look at, we were not present at that time. But we hear their wonderful experiences, get inspired. We others say, oh, I wish we were there in 40s and 50s. But again, there were people who were in 40s, 50s, who didn't go to Swami or went to Swami and didn't feel like connecting and come back. So in every generation, some are given opportunity to be with him, some are not. See, something like, if I can give an example, when you're bringing flowers to the Swami's altar in any retreat or center, you go to the shop. There may be beautiful flowers, but they're not selected. But the flowers which are supposed to be in his altar only comes to the center. The similar way, In each generation, we get to the opportunity to know him. So we really should not think we were not present when Swami was there in physical form. This is same for every avatar. Were you present in when Rama was there? No. Were you present when Krishna was there? But you see beautiful experiences of Ramdas, beautiful experiences of Tulsi Das, who could see Rama. Then you see the beautiful experience of Sudas, who saw Krishna, Meera, who was merged into Krishna. So if any generation, you really don't need his form. Swami beautifully said, Rupam and Namam. Rupam is the form, Namam is the name. So Swami says, through Rupam, you can get the Namam. Through Namam, you can get the Rupam. So basically, Namasmarana, being in his Namasmarana, coming to bhajans, being in center, getting involved in center activities can bring Swami closer to you. Then every day, I really say this, every day you should pray to him with full heart. Even if it is 5 minutes, keep doing it. As you pray, he will hear you. As he starts hearing you, he'll start showing you the path. So there is nothing like miss Swami. But at the same time, we should go to, if you can, pilgrimage to Prasanthi. Because why? Air is everywhere. You don't feel it. But when there is a fan, you feel the air. Similarly, these sacred places, because that is the land he descended. And every inch of Prasanthi Nilayam is so sacred. But not only Prasanthi, Puttaparthi, even college, even the chemistry lab, Swami has walked. So it's great to be there and get connected. Feel that vibration. Bring that vibration to home and work on it. Contemplate. You'll surely get connected in generations to come. So basically, I think Swami works on needs rather than greeds. Swami used to beautifully say, 3 things make your life miserable. I'll tell you the Telugu verbatim of Swami, then I'll translate. Swami says, Antuleni ashal, limitless desires. Then he says, Aftamleni avedanalu, meaningless agitations. Then third one he says, Prapta praptamulakai prakuladuta. You desire what you don't deserve. So these are the beautiful things. He says, Antuleni ashal. Because see, we should having a, desire is fine, but limitless desire will take you nowhere. And that's why he kept sealing on desires. He's telling only sealing. Still desires you can have. So the greatest desire is having Swami, then rest you get everything. He says. Artham leni avedanalu. That means he says meaningless agitations. Thinking that what will happen to me when I am old? Will my, children will take care. So first of all, you enjoy your time. Already, you don't have to think about your old age. Because you're unnecessarily, you think about what you really don't have any control of. So he says you should do that. The third one, you should really, let's say if you desire something which you don't deserve, pray to him. Pray to him and say, give me this. If it happens, that means you deserve. If it doesn't happen, here's the better thing you deserve is giving you. So if you can take like that, life becomes much easier and very much, take every moment of your life as a blessing. Because in this life, we came to know about him. We met him, we saw him, we talked to him. We had, and also through media center, we have all those beautiful videos playing. You are really with him. Actually, you can in your car switch on, media and get connected to him. Think about him always. As Swami used to say, Sarvata Sarvakalesh Sarvatra Harichintanam, Sarvada Sarvakalesh Sarvatra Sai Chintanam. If you put Chintanam of Sai, you will never have Chinta, which is the worry. Jai Sir.